Welcome to Capacity TV. Today we have Marco Brandstaetter of DKIX. Marco, welcome.
Hello.
With 4 new companies signing up to the platform this week, why is UAE-IX developing at such a rate at the moment?
Well, you know, we started last year in October, and when we started I thought this will be quite tough to do business here in the region, but what I found out in these couple of months visiting many of the operators here, that we are right on time. People are waiting for having a neutral internet exchange here, and they got the idea that it's good to have it for the region, but also as a hub between Europe, Africa and Asia.
One of the key trends at Capacity Middle East this year is an increasing focus on internet exchange. Why has that happened now?
As I said before, there was a strong need in the region to have it, because you know, it's especially when you come from outside, it seems to be very difficult to do business here. So there's a big need from outside to have one pop where you go to do business with the whole region. So not just with the UAE, but really with the whole region. And inside the region you have many operators that don't want to have that traffic any longer peered in Europe, only in Europe, to avoid the latency to Europe. And also they want to have more diversity, because having an exchange here means better quality to the networks and also lower prices.
There's an increasing amount of internet exchanges around the world now. What is the value of an internet exchange in a region?
You can see it at the UAE-IX. I think we started to have some eyeball operators doing exchange traffic here. Then some major CDN networks came. Akamai signed in December already. Some smaller content providers also signed up, like Medianova from Turkey or Annexia from Austria. But the next thing is, with that it's more attractive for other eyeballs to come, and with that it's attractive for carriers to come. So you create a whole environment or a whole economy around it. The exchange itself, it's quite small compared to the economy around it, but it's very attractive to go there because of the exchange. And finally, I think this year we will see local content providers hosting content here. And this is the final target, because at the moment this is done in Europe. So everybody who is here to want to see local content, Arabic content, has to go to Europe or has to have the latency to Europe to do that. But with all the carriers coming here, because it's an attractive marketplace, because of the exchange, gets attractive for local content to get hosted here. And so this is the way an ecosystem can be built around an exchange.
Makes sense. So how can the carriers help that?
First of all, if you run an exchange, the exchange is limited to the city you're in. So you need backhaul capacity to all the surrounding. So carriers, and not only the international ones, also the local ones, can help by exactly providing this capacity, this backhaul capacity. And second one is that carriers, especially IP transit providers, can help to have a certain level of IP transit pricing. For the last point I figured out before, to make it happen that local content is possible to be hosted here. So it make it affordable for local content to be hosted here.
And what are DKIX's plans for future growth in the Middle East and across the world?
DKIX plans for growth in the Middle East that we grow this exchange really big. So we want to have the UAE exchange as the real hub for Middle East, but as I said, the real hub between Africa, Asia and Europe. And we already have some African networks here. So Cable and Wireless Seychelles, they told me, yeah, this is our next big hub. Last week I'd been in Singapore at the Apricot meeting, and from South Asia some operators told me, yeah, well, that's the next hub to the west for us, and it's great if it's growing big. So I see a good chance to have to grow this hub to the size we want to see. And of course we're thinking about further hubs in the world.
Marco, thanks for your time.
Thank you.